Oh, hi. I think I'm the only one who is not from York. I'm from Italy, and I took this year off to spend on research because I'm most of the time teaching, and I wanted a break from that. And diversity is very much part of my life and lifestyle. And these also because of the pandemics and people are so isolated. I started this, which I'm going to share. It's an initial project on which I wanted to investigate how people take diversity into their lifestyle and the impact of that. With more diversity, we have more tolerance and less prejudice. And what I wanted to do is to have the survey, and then the survey would could be done online, and then would take into tips, so the person can use these tips to improve that aspect in their lifestyle, because it's something that I'm constantly in touch with. Some people just have friends on one average age, so the same age as theirs, and I usually have very like nanny friends and young friends. So this brings me a wilder and a view of things, etc. I'm going to share just some one topic here about that I got some results with 400 people who participated into this initial project. Share screen and go on here. Okay, so this is about films. If people watched something else apart from Netflix, because I was like, oh, everybody's into that. So we have this. One is never, and 5 is always. So the average would be like more or less like 3. So we see that people are not very in between. And this is another response. Do you read authors from different backgrounds and nationalities? So we have 40% that said yes, but still have a big range of people who read mostly their own background authors. Do you eat local food when traveling abroad? This is a tricky question. People were like, oh, Monica, sometimes I don't do that, etc. And do you speak more languages, which is also improves this diversity? It's the hypothesis that I had, and do comments on your social media profiles involve people from different countries and ethnicities, which is also important, and even more important nowadays while we go into producing a society that is respectful and diverse. This was this initial project. So this one, I think I will go on and look for funds and try to develop in a bigger, larger research. And I have another one, which, and this one I wanted more collaboration. That's why I'm here today. And I have already got 2 people, one from the US and one from Tibet, from the university in Tibet, taking part into this. So I think this can grow into a major project. And the other one that I take myself, let me stop sharing this. It's on women's voice and letters from Renaissance, especially women's letters from Renaissance. And what I'm doing into this other research is reading these letters, but taking into consideration not the gap that is in between us, but reading these women with the issues that they bring us today, their love, affection, enrage, and lots of things. And the one that I got here, just to show you briefly, is the one from, I hope I don't go wild. than that. There is from Laura Sereta, which is considered the first humanist, and she is very angry with people who are despising her for being a learned woman. So women had to go a long way, not only to get their rights, but to be themselves and to everything. They have to stand up and speak up for their rights. And we find in these past letters, which are 500 years old, things that, so she is receiving critics for being a learned woman, a woman who wouldn't go to, let's say, Sephora and get all the makeup and things like that. So here it is just a brief example of her hate and etc. And when I did the analysis of her letters, we could see that, hang on, oh my God. The content, the words that she spoke. So I did like those analysis, digital analysis into that. So the feelings and tone expressed in her 3 letters that I analyzed, it's almost 9% negative. So I'm doing these different analysis into letter studies, which I think can bring us and more equality into women's voices nowadays. So that's where I stand, and I'm looking for further collaboration and sharing in both ways.